done before for other brothers and sisters. We'll just pass these around, and you have something to say about Rob, you know, some memory or something. You know, I've known Rob for a long time. He's a great guy, everybody knows that. And you know, just an honor to jump with him. He was always so enthusiastic. Loved doing crew. Old-time toad sucker. You know, I can tell stories. We've had some interesting times together. But you know, just like I said, it's just an honor to know him. I know he loved his family more than anything. Loved skydiving, loved Jesus. And I know I'll see him again on the other side. No one gets out of here alive. It's all about relationships and how much love you spread. I really believe relationships are the only thing you take to the other side. That's the whole purpose of life. Relationship with God, with other people. And just glad I knew Rob.
The last time my husband Don and I saw Rob was at a drop zone. He brought his son to land, and we had a good day and did some nice visiting. And as Mike said, he was a great guy. We'll miss him, and it's an honor to be here today for the family.
Rob was always a good brother and friend. Always spoke from the heart. Love him.
My favorite thing about Rob was his energy. So positive and so just like optimistic and excited to do crew and excited to, you know, be part of this crew community. And he just had a real energy, a real positive, optimistic, enthusiastic energy that was uncommon. And I love that.
We were discussing Rob this morning. We used to on Friday and Saturday, usually late afternoon, we would skydive into a local bar. And Rob Hook turned himself into the parking lot, did a front loop through his risers, and he jumped up and he goes, "Okay, no you're not. You don't land like that and not get hurt." And then we took him to the hospital. He's a great man. I miss him. I only met Rob one time briefly, about last year or so. So I didn't know Rob, but I always felt a brother and paved the way. And it's an honor to be with family to pay respects.
Skydiving, and especially crew, was the best thing for Rob because he was just all about the fun. He was the most fun-loving guy, and he would make something that's already fun even more fun. He was just added to everything he was part of, just with his, like Andy said, his enthusiasm and his upbeat attitude, and we'll really miss him.
Didn't know Rob personally, but when I saw him at the drop zone, always had a smile on his face. It was good to see that.
I had the pleasure of spending the last couple of weeks with Rob before he left for Hawaii, and had a lot of good times. He was nailing it in Hawaii. Came back a couple times. Was fortunate enough to take his sons to the playoff games for the hockey playoff games. And I also had the pleasure of a very intimate relationship with Rob when he was hanging a rotary wing and came and wrapped me. And the expression on his face when I pulled out my hook knife was like, and then a voice from above said, "Don't cut it." And there was some guy up there that said, "No, I don't know why." But it was a pleasure to spend time with him. Very positive, very upbeat. We're gonna miss him. And is anybody gonna tell us how he got the name ChickenMan?
I was just thinking that.
He had an issue with his shoulder.
Yeah, Rob was a lot of fun to joke with. Definitely. I got some really good memories from that boogie in 2012. inland summer bridge, Sebastian. That was a hoot, and that's when I really got to know him. And he called me not too long ago from Hawaii, and he was telling me about his job over there and stuff. He really liked it. Yeah, gonna miss him. A lot of good memories.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you very much for all you've done with us. I've known Rob for a few years. He called me several times because I lived in Port St. Lucie, and he would come down there for some of his jobs that he did. But the biggest thing I always remember, as everybody said when you saw him, but every time he came through the door, this place, the land, I'd say, "Hey, Chicken's here." And I love that name, a grown man named Chicken. But he did everything with pride. So thank you, Rob, and I appreciate to be invited today on this jump.
Well, I knew him. I jumped a lot with him. Loved him. And I'll miss him.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you for having me here.
Like everybody said, he was a good man. He was a lot of fun. Had a lot of good memories today. I didn't really know Rob back in the day, but he did come around to Skydive City and wanted to get back in the crew, and we were happy to help him out and get him going and get to Hawaii.
Boy, Rob, where do you start?
Start with ChickenMan.
One thing I'll tell you is, more than once, Rob and I got confused with each other. People thought I was him and he was me. So there's one thing we all got to remember.
Yeah, he would do that.
Okay. The chicken.
Yeah, he did.
Somebody wants to know why he's called ChickenMan.
Yes.
Okay. He had a problem with his shoulder, got dislocated. But didn't have insurance, didn't have the money to get it fixed, didn't want to get it fixed. But he'd skydive anyway. Now, remember in the day, no skydive was complete without doing CRW at the bottom. Just letting you know that. But we'd do free fall, and to keep his arm from flinging out of socket, Rob would fly like this. And somebody, I can't tell you who, said, "You look like a chicken." So he became Chicken. Rob was a great friend, and he spoke of all of you virtually every time I talked to him. I love him.
I'll never forget how spontaneous he was. That's what I'll take out of this. One day we woke up and just said, let's get year passes to Disney. Once that ended, we woke up the next morning and said, let's get year passes to Universal. After that was over, he just said, all right, I'm going to Hawaii. And once we had the best vacation of my life in June, we spontaneously said, let's drop $500 on Stanley Cup hockey games. We had a few things planned, but that was definitely not one of them. That was like 3 days before the game, and we just managed to get them. I'll never forget that.
That's awesome.
I just want to say, guys, this is just awesome, y'all being here, and Rob would just love this. You know, he loved skydiving so much, and he was good at it. He was very, very good skydiver. It was just natural to him. There's so many stories. I remember my sister-in-law and I were drinking a few drinks, and we were like, we need to go to a party. It was the middle of the day, and we were in Titusville, and I was like, let's just go to the drop zone. There's always a party at the drop zone.
Yeah.
And so we had our White Russians, and we had our straws, and I was selling special items at that time. We had something special on the straw, which you guys, I'll leave to your imagination what it might be. My kids are here. But we went over there, and everybody looked kind of somber, and we were like, I wonder why is everybody looking so sad? Well, it was a memorial. Somebody had passed, and they were having a memorial, and then we put our straws down, and we just kind of tried to act civilized. And then Rob came up and said, "Hey, how you guys doing?" And I was like, "What happened?" He goes, "Somebody didn't make it." And then I said, "Oh boy," and I couldn't remember what his nickname was, so I said, "Julie, this is Cockroach." Cockroach, this is my sister-in-law, Julie, and he was looking at me like, "Cara, what the hell did I do?" And so I got his nickname mixed up one time, but of course he just smiled and was like wondering what the heck he did, and I figured it out that it was chicken. So. But we've had a lot of good times at the drop zones. We did, and I hated it when he got hurt. It would bother me. I remember the last time he got hurt, he had broken some ribs in free fall because he had run into Dave. Is Dave Hildebrand here?
He was here.
He was.
He's hiding right now.
He ran into Dave in free fall, and he broke some ribs, collapsed a lung, brought it down all the way. I was working in Palm Bay, and I drove like 90 miles an hour to get to Titusville, and I just hated it when he got hurt, you know. But, you know, he was doing what he loved in Hawaii, you know, and he did love his family very much. And I appreciate you guys so much for being here. It's just overwhelmingly just so awesome. Thank you.
My relationship with my dad was rocky, to say the least. But he was there for me. He was there, and he tried. That's the best any parent can do. He took me everywhere. The beach, water park, anywhere that was wet. We just had a blast all the time. Yeah. Sure, we got hurt from time to time, but he always was there. I thank him for that. Wish I could have spent more time with him and before he left, but we helped patch things up and bury the hatchet, and I thank him for that. May you find peace in the next life, Father. Thank you.
This is a hard one, guys.
Go ahead, take your time.
Rob was my best friend. And we had some really wild skydives together. Our instructor over there, Mikey. See, we got into doing the crew with all the guys, Mike, Jimbo, and me and Rob loved to do drag planes, down planes. And that was our signature move when we went to the drop zone. We'd hum a down plane to about 100 foot and just barely get it where we could hook it and turn. One jump we jumped out at the beach. We used to always do the Friday nights at Cocoa Beach to the pier. Hummed it down, and old Rob was kicking it, trying to get me to let go, and I hummed it in about as low as we could get, just barely enough to swoop out. I remember going through the volleyball net at about 70 miles an hour. Downwind landing. I forgot which, when you're in a drag plane, you're in it, but you got to remember which way the winds are coming from. So you can hook the right way. Yeah. But go the wrong way. That's just one of the memories. Key West, all the guys, crew. Gonna miss you, dude. Gonna miss you. Love you, Rob. All right.
Thank you.